Was this Manny Pacquiao Jeff Horn fight a robbery? I did touch on this in my post-fight video, but I just want to expand on it a little bit. In my view, no, it absolutely was not a robbery. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm saying that I think Horn won, but I certainly believe that a Horn win is a plausible result given the action that I actually saw unfold in the ring. What is a robbery? A robbery is not when the fighter who you want to win loses in a close fight. That's not a robbery, but that's often what people call a robbery these days. They're rooting for a certain guy. Their perception of what is taking place in the ring is colored by the fact that they want that guy to win. So they're conveniently in their brain, sometimes on a subconscious level, editing out the good things that the opponent does and focusing in on the good things that their fighter does. So they end up with a skewed, unrealistic perception of what actually took place in the ring. The human mind, particularly on a subconscious level, is very, very interesting like that. An actual real robbery is a fight in which it's hardly even competitive, where it's not competitive. An actual real robbery doesn't have a guy getting bullied around the ring like Manny Pacquiao, having to take shots, getting buzzed at times throughout the course of the fight, and being involved in competitive action nearly every round. That's not a robbery. Okay, that is not a robbery, people. There are many robberies that do happen in boxing, but that was not one of them. If you thought Pacquiao won again, cool, no problem with that. If you thought Horn won, in my view, that's also cool. But let's not start calling things robberies that are not actually robberies. And I do believe that a lot of people's perceptions, even neutral people, were colored by the commentators, particularly on ESPN, Teddy Atlas, and Brian Kenny? Was it Brian Kenny and Teddy? I can't remember who now was commentating. I don't think it was Brian Kenny. It was one of the other ESPN guys with Teddy Atlas and Tim Bradley. Bradley seemed to be the one who had the most realistic, in my view, perception of what was going on. He thought the fight was razor close. Teddy Atlas seemed to think that Pacquiao was way ahead. Maybe Teddy Atlas was, I don't know, a little caught up with his own ego watching that fight at that time. Because he'd put his eggs in one basket that certain things were happening in the fight so he could be proven right, so we can tell him what an expert he is. He had those things in his mind and he wanted to prove them throughout the course of the fight. Oh, Pacquiao does this well and that's why he's winning the fight. And Pacquiao does that well and that's why, he wanted to be the boxing expert a little bit too much, I feel, in his commentary. And again, that's interesting psychology on behalf of Teddy Atlas. Why was he behaving like that? Why do people behave like that in general? I guess that's a subject for another video. But I encourage anybody who thought this fight was a robbery to watch the fight again with the sound off, no commentary. Calm, not in your head thinking, Pacquiao won. No. If you're going to watch the fight again with the sound off, and you're already in your head thinking Pacquiao won, then don't bother watching it with the sound off. Go into it with a completely clear mind, calm, not rooting for anybody, not thinking that Pacquiao won, looking at it objectively with the sound off. If you know anything about scoring boxing, you would have to say that that was a close fight, that so many of the rounds were open to interpretation. Yes, Pacquiao was landing the cleaner shots for the most part, but this is a welterweight fight. This is a fight in which the fighters are moving around the ring very quickly. The judges are only human. They're not going to see every single punch land, particularly not when someone is as quick as Manny Pacquiao. And when it's a fight where there's a lot of exchanges, where both guys are going back and forth, they're not going to catch every single punch and know who landed what and where. Some punches which don't land clean, they're going to count as scoring blows. And other shots which do land clean, they're going to think got blocked. It's not easy when you're dealing with welterweights and the pace is as frenetic as it was in this particular fight. So, again, if you thought Pacquiao won, I got no problem with that. let's not start saying this was a robbery. It certainly wasn't. And look, I'm not somebody who picked Jeff Horn to win. I thought Pacquiao was going to win this fight. So I'm not here protecting my prediction or anything like that. No. If I had, I don't think I made a prediction video for this fight, but if I had done, I would have predicted wrongly, like most other people, because I thought Pacquiao was going to win. So it's not about me protecting my prediction. I'm just going by what I actually saw in the ring with my own eyes. And I saw a close fight, which, in my view, could have gone either way. I wouldn't have complained. You know, whatever way it had gone. So those are my views, people. I don't think the fight was robbery. Maybe you do. If you do, let me know. Don't get angry, though. I don't want to see no emotional responses. I want to see people being rational and logical. You've got two guys going back and forth in the ring. Jeff Horn, very physical, so on and so forth. Pacquiao, very fast. It's not easy to always see what shots are landing. And this is what you have to take into account when you're looking at the action overall. If you're talking about a robbery, you're talking about one guy lighting the other guy up throughout the whole fight, battering him throughout the whole fight, hardly taking a punch back in anger, and then losing a decision. That's a robbery. This wasn't. Let me know how you feel, people. What's happening? I'm out.